morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Too Fast, and unless you want to say my channel name fully out, that's up to you. We're going to be playing some SCR today. And hopefully, I can drive good. I haven't driven for a while in this game. I already have a train selected. The route... I guess we could do Llyn via Benton fast. Because that's only 6 stations, but it's a bit longer than Morganstown because um we go a little bit different. So we're actually gonna start at the North Shore Depot. We're gonna head straight to Llyn. We're gonna start there, and we're actually gonna start here and go all the way there. Our line is gonna be this big pink line, Llyn via Benton. As you saw on the bottom, it said Llyn via Benton. Ours is this nice hot pink line right here. We're actually taking the return journey. Ooh, I thought that was a 15. But then I was just like, why would they put 30 and then going into a 15? Unless you're coming into a station, but we're coming out on the line. But ours is a 390. Ours is a class 390/1 and 11 car train. We are 390-194 is the train number for today. Oh, I just realized you can't hear any sound. Oops, my bad. My bad. My bad. You don't miss much though. It's just train engines and then the dings from AWS, or I think it's called Advanced Warning System. Basically, this thing right here, that if it goes to a yellow, it'll beep at you until you acknowledge it, and it'll cause the train to go in emergency brake. It'll hit the train's emergency brakes if you don't acknowledge it. Yeah, it'll automatically activate the emergency brake if you don't acknowledge it. Bottom line. See right here, it turns on for the double yellow. As you heard. I think we have to slow down to 30. Let's drop it to 30 coming in. We're 2 minutes ahead of schedule. And it's going to drop even more to 15, so we'll drop it to 20. It's going to be 15 as soon as we exit the tunnel. I am going to leave the chat open because this does give me useful information in terms of disruptions where it could affect my line. Okay. We're effectively on time. We are on time. Ooh, excuse me. No, we are it says we're a minute 30 ahead. We're on time because it's going to take a while for us to get onto the platform and actually stop because we have to go all the way to the end. Especially with this thing. This thing won't fit unless it's at the very end of the platform. And besides, the game's code forces it to where you actually have to go to the buffer at the end. Because beforehand, a lot of people were stopping before then, which caused, I think, a bit of too much headache for our signalers. And we'll go ahead and glide onto a nice halt. Yeah, this is a good distance, but I mean, it's like people were stopping like here where this signboard is, and they had smaller trains. They could sit basically have the front of their train about where my front of the train is. The only reason mine's right there is because I have 11 cars. This is an 11 car train. Gotta love long trains. I think long trains only affected Express and Airlink. This will only be a short video. We're gonna do the one. Ooh, excuse me. We're gonna do the one run, not the return. It's gonna be about 25-30 minutes. think in total.
The train now standing at
I think in total it's going to be 25-30 minutes.
The 1550 Stepford Express service to Stepford Central via Benton. Calling at Westwyvern, Leighton City, Leighton Stepford Road, Benton, and Stepford Central. This train is formed of 11 coaches. First class is located at the rear of the train.
First class passengers will sit back here. I think the last two or three cars are first class. Yeah, here you go. It's the last three cars, so the Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie coaches. I think it's A, B, and C. Wherever the last three coaches are. But effectively, the last three coaches are first class, and we shall depart. Let's get moving. Next stop is going to be Westwyvern. Let's go and get up to speed here.
Come on board this Stepford Express service to Stepford Central. We will call at Westwyvern, Leighton City, Leighton Stepford Road, Benton, and Stepford Central. The next station will be Westwyvern.
60 is the speed limit. We'll go 59. In trains, you don't want to speed. Especially because if you speed in a train, that could cost you your job. Because by speeding, you're going to put yourself and a bunch of other people's lives at danger. So, I mean, yeah. It's not like your road car, where you can speed a little bit over and be more or less fine. If you're in a train and you're speeding, oh, you're gonna most likely lose your job. I don't know. I'm not a train engineer. I'm just saying what I know anyway. And what probably is true, but I don't want to say it is true because I'm fine of being wrong. That's the thing. Like, I could care less if I'm wrong or not. I just want to make sure I'm not giving false information. As we jump up to 125 is the speed limit, track speed. 125 is going to be track speed for most of the route. There are going to be some parts when we come into stations like Benton and whatnot, it's going to drop. But we're going to be traveling at 125 most of the time. Just over a mile to go. I'm going to start backing her down as we get closer. Go 90. We'll continue to back her down. It shouldn't route me into that. It shouldn't route me over there unless there's a train on this platform here. It shouldn't route me over there. Shouldn't, in theory.
Shortly be arriving at Westwyvern.
There we go. Let's go.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
54 Stepford Express service to Stepford Central via Benton. Calling at Leighton City, Leighton Stepford Road, Benton, and Stepford Central. This train is formed of 11 coaches.
We gotta go all the way to the end of the platform.
Class is located at the
Otherwise,
rear
we
of
don't
the
fit on the
train.
platform. Gotta go all the way to the end, otherwise we don't fit on the damn platform. I'm not kidding. Look at the space between the end of my
Westwyvern.
train and the edge of the
This
platform.
train is for
If we
Stepford
look,
Central.
if we stopped anything,
The next
if we stopped
station
like a
will
car
be
or
Leighton
two
City.
before that, the back of the train is off the platform. The back of the train would be off the platform. What in the
Welcome on
world?
board this
Who? Which one of the devs put that in there?
Leighton City, Leighton Stepford Road, Benton, and Stepford Central. The next station.
Which one of them
is
put that in
Leighton
there?
City.
Now, yeah, like I said, we're gonna be doing 125 most of the route. There are gonna be parts where you do have to slow down. Like the one before Westwyvern, we slow down to 110. But it is gonna be 125 most of the route. Nice cruising, express through the lands. There, I think we're gonna be passing by multiple platforms on the way. We're Stepford Express after all, not Stepford Connect. Stepford Connect stops at every. This is Mill Castle right here. I know this because I've stopped at, I think, every station up here with an express because I did Willowfield to Llyn by the Sea. Here's race course. I think that's. Oh shit! Oops. I wasn't paying attention. Oh God, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the scenery. God, don't turn. I'm gonna turn into Squirrel at some point. If you haven't looked at Squirrel, go check him out. He does a lot of train videos or transport videos and whatnot. I want to turn into Squirrel and get distracted by the scenery and forget that there's speed limits.
Stand back from the platform edge.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. I'm gonna forget that there's speed limits sometimes and just be like Squirrel. But anyways, outside of that. Outside of that little goof there. You know. That's fun. I can't remember what this station's called. That's only if they're going over. We're staying on this track, of course. We're gonna be nice high flying. Be a nice high. It's only going into platform 1. These two are line speed of 125. I skip Edgemead. We have. Okay, I was like, oh God, please tell me. I want to keep an eye on it like this so I can see where the speed limit sign is. Drop down to 60. I'm going to drop further down than 60 just so the brakes can actually be engaged. And we'll drop it further down to 45. 45 is a nice speed to be at.
Shortly be
when coming
arriving
into
at
platforms.
Leighton City. Change here for trains to
There you go,
Leighton West and Rayleigh Bay.
Platform 3.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Come on down in the speed. Nice stop. Connect train leaving.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Rayleigh Bay. The next station will be Leighton.
I think Rayleigh Bay is past Leighton West. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't driven up that way before. Okay, let's go ahead and skedaddle on out of here. There's no point in going up to 60.
Express service
I'm just going to keep it at 45.
Stepford Central.
There's no point because Leighton Stepford Road is literally around the corner.
Change here for trains to Stepford Airport Central. The gap between the train and the
Sorry about that. And there's no point in me going up to 60 because the next station's right here.
Calling at Benton and Stepford Central.
2 more stations to go.
This train is formed of 11 coaches. First class is located at the rear of the train.
8-car stop. And then the S car. The S is basically just the end of the platform, meaning stop your train if you don't qualify for anything else. Too quick.
This is Leighton Stepford Road. This train is for
What the heck, though?
Stepford Central.
Ooh, which one of the
next
devs? Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna leave that there. Whatever the chat's doing, I don't know what it's doing. I only have it open for the statuses. Is there anything? No, everything was green status. Okay, good.
On board this Stepford Express
Now this time we'll go up to
service
60.
Stepford Central. The next station
Our next
will
stop
be
isn't for a while.
Benton.
That's a 68.
We will shortly be arriving.
Luckily, I've already left the Leighton area, which is Leighton City, Leighton Stepford Road, Leighton West, I think all the way up to Rayleigh Bay. Or at least that's the Rayleigh Bay branch is up that way. I've already left that area. Alright, let's get moving and grooving. Unfortunately, there's going to be no background music. You'll just hear me yap. That's okay. I would assume they're trying to replicate like a countryside or something. Because a bunch of fields out here. Not 100% sure. Maybe.
Not stop here. Please stand back from the platform edge.
That's very common to hear when you're traveling on express and you pass by a good amount of stations like I do. This train does not stop here. Please stand back from the platform edge as you're passing through the station. That's pretty common. We have 3.5 miles to go to Benton. Now there are some factors you can't account for, such as players being in other blocks as you're going there without signalers, and with usually sometimes when they're not being signalers, yeah. That's an old station right there. That's not in use anymore. Is that a 9-car 801? Not sure. I do know we we have to drop to 75 here soon, I think. Yep, there it is. Brakes, brakes, brakes. Yeah, see, the system, like, I braked right as soon as I hit the board, but I still was one over, I think. I'm not sure. I know it went red though, but I don't know the exact speed. If it goes red, that means you're over. I'm like, really? They try to time it, but I'm not 100% sure if they time it correctly or not. I think it drops to 60. I'm gonna go at 60 just in case. I cannot, like I said, I don't remember what the speeds are when you're coming through this way from Llyn. I know what it is when you're going to Llyn from from Stepford Central. Okay, where was my warning there?
We will shortly be
Some of
arriving
these signals
at
do
Benton.
need to be changed,
Change here for trains to
in my opinion.
Connolly, Esterfield, Farley, Greenslade, Morganstown,
That's the signal at the end of the platform.
Newry, Port Benton, and Airport Terminal
in my
2.
opinion, you should
Please
have at least
mind
some
the
sort of
gap between
advanced
the
warning.
train and the platform.
Better, but that's just me. As we come right on into Benton, slowing, nice gliding in. Obviously you have to go all the way to the end of the platform. As per always. We'll go ahead and slow down, stop. Five, four, three, two, one. Perfect.
Is
right there.
Benton.
I could play in first person. I don't like to play in first person, but sometimes I do.
Will be
there may be first person videos,
Central.
but I'm not 100% sure on that one. What I am 100% sure though is we are 2 minutes late. Don't matter.
Platform 12 for the 60.
But we're gonna go and depart.
Stepford Connect. Service to Stepford Victoria.
2 minutes 40 to Stepford Central. Yeah, we're not gonna make that in 2 minutes 40.
Stepford
But
Express
it's okay.
service to Stepford
Probably make it in like
Central.
4 minutes.
The next station will be Stepford Central.
Nice good old Stepford Central. 16 platforms. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Yes, 0 is a number. I'll look at that in a minute. Encoding 0 is actually very important because everything, I think, at least encoding, starts at 0. So 0 is one of the most important numbers to have. Alright, final stop is going to be Stepford Central. We are just under 4 miles to the stop. Glide through Bowden and Coxley. We do have a 90-mile-an-hour restriction coming up. Let's go ahead and apply the brakes just a tad bit on it. Let it come on down. That 90-mile-an-hour restriction right there. Nice little 90-mile-an-hour restriction. That's a long... When I looked back, half of my train was still in the curve. And no, the other half was still behind the curve or in the curve. The front half was... The other signal should be red. There you go. Platform 3, it's...
Your attention,
system
please.
house bridge. Wow. Connects are busy as always. We're past all the disruptions, so we can go and close the chat for the final part. The only reason I don't like it is it's right there, but it's out the way, so I mean it doesn't really make a difference.
Stepford Connect, service to
Stepford East is busy. Ooh boy. I know where 30 is actually at, but we need to slow right on down. I know where the actual signboard is at, but we need to slow right on down because there's a yellow signal coming up.
We will be arriving
Oh,
at
there it is.
Stepford Central.
Break.
Change here for trains to Beachley, Berrily, Stepford UFC,
Going into platform 2.
Stepford Victoria,
Drop it to
Whitefield,
20
and Willowfield.
and drop it to 15.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This train terminates here. All change, please.
Platform 2. Coming into the station. Look at this beast. As we just cross into the 30 zone. We started going on the platform and we just got off the block. Wow. That's saying something right there with these long trains. And they're fun. They are fun to drive. I like them. They can just get annoying at times when you're behind one, but that's okay.
Terminates here. All change, please. Thank you for traveling.
I do like them though because it's mainly Express and Airlink that have them, and they have their own pathways. They don't intermingle with Connect a lot of the time until you get up to the Leighton area and the Llyn by the Sea area.
the train now standing at
Express also
platform
heads over
6
to
is the
Newry and Newry
16,
Harbour.
14 Stepford Connect.
So
Service to
Express heads up.
Morganstown.
Can head up to Rayleigh Bay.
Calling
Stepford
at
Central.
Stepford East.
This train
We have
terminates here.
Newry Harbour,
All
of
change,
course.
please.
Berrily,
Thank you for traveling with
East
us today.
Berrily, Ely
Um,
Park,
Benton
and
to
Morganstown.
Llyn. You
Due
know.
to a short platform, passengers for East Berrily should travel
Alright.
in the front 4
Oh no. Oh no. We'll cut out that sound. Anyways, after that, alright, that's gonna be it for today, guys. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, morning, night, evening, wherever you are. And yeah, that'll be it.